Приветствую вас, друзья. И мы продолжаем «Черный глаз Memoria». Я думаю, что это уже, наверное, последняя серия будет. Посмотрим, чем закончится. Неплохая история здесь. Мне нравится. Так.
Brider? Not yet. The gin of time would immediately tear me to pieces.
Да. Пойдем.
Geron, I've been thinking.
That's nice, but it won't help us any. Brider told Sadia's story to the end. She had Sadia put on the mask and draw out all her memories in the Garden of Oblivion, so that everything has now happened exactly like that. And she read out Sadia's memories with the ruby. Brider did that. And now she's possessed by the Djinn of Time. And
Calm yourself, Geron.
I'm supposed to calm down? We have to do something.
You're right. And we can only do something if we prove that Brider was wrong. That Sadia did not put on the mask. You forget that there's still a part of the riddle we have not solved.
The scarab? As if a pointless riddle could save us all.
Do you have a better idea? Look around. We're in a copy of the burial chamber. Perhaps you'll find the crucial clue somewhere. Bring it to me. And perhaps we can solve the riddle once and for all.
Разгадать эту загадку надо.
The trees have shaped themselves into stone, and the stone into an archway.
Да? Что ты там слышишь?
All I can hear is the crackle of the fire. Whatever happens, please stay here.
I will.
Так, надпись.
Is that the inscription from Fai's dreams? How can a single insignificant riddle be that important? As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. I still don't understand.
Ну, как и я. Не понимаю. Так. Так, еще раз.
As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. I still don't understand.
Так.
As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. I still don't understand.
Камень, как камень над скоробеем, так так скоробей властен над камнем. Скоробей властен над камнем.
First I have to save the present, then I'll take care of them. So this is where the staff took them. A brook. Its source must... I'm not thirsty right now.
Пойдем в гробницу, может там что-нибудь? Рубин.
Sadia's ruby. The Djinn of Time must have torn it off the mask. The Djinn of Time must have...
Djinn of Time. Посох. Могила.
Brider? Not yet. The Djinn of Time...
Рубин.
That won't break so easy.
Ну да. Кинь его.
I should show it to Fai first.
Кстати, да. Рубин, Рубин. Давай покажем его.
All I found was the ruby.
Give it to me. Giacomo Nauta told me you were an amateur mage. Is that true?
Yeah, I can break things.
Well, I can also do a bit of magic. If I hold something in my hand, I can catch a glimpse of its past. That was the main reason the staff chose me as his companion, you see. Now, let's see what story this stone tells. Curious. When the ruby was found after Sadia's disappearance in the garden, it had a crack. And the reversal spell the Or Adept had woven into it had vanished utterly. The mages had to reapply it completely. But there's more. I see a palace garden, and in it 2 children.
Ее детство?
This is a brooch from Mengbilla. My father gave it to me.
Oh, can I see?
There. And here, a ruby from the dwarf tunnels in the brazen sword.
It's so beautiful.
When I'm Caliph, I'll have all the treasures in Avestan gathered in my palace. Fazar will be more radiant than in the times of the great Moguls. My subjects will lie at my feet for all eternity.
You'll be a good ruler, Cassim. All the history books will tell of you.
Ha! Do you see the sign on my arm? It's the calligraphy of my sovereignty, the sign of my dynasty. The whole world will bow before this symbol. There are great times ahead of us, Sadja. Truly great times.
I see a prince and a princess playing together. He's trying to impress her. What could this mean?
Они были братом и сестрой?
So Sadia and the prince really were siblings.
Wait. There's more. Something's happening. A palace guard arrives.
Let me go!
You're so pathetic. Isn't that how you like to be treated? Like the dog that you are.
At least I have my own teeth.
You please me, Sadja, more than I had hoped.
The prince is tormenting the princess. The guard holds her tight. She's at his mercy. But why?
Она совершила преступление?
Maybe she committed a crime.
They finally let her go. She remains alone in the courtyard.
Really? What are you doing? Are you tattooing yourself?
I'm writing my own dynasty.
Do you even know what the word means? Dynasty? You can't simply write greatness into your blood. You're either born with it or not.
I'll prove it to you.
Do you think you could ever be greater than I? You're amusing. Guards! Throw her back into the gutter where you found her. I'm done having my fun with her. Then fetch me a new girl.
Sadia wasn't a princess at all. She was only a poor girl from the streets.
So what?
I don't know, but...
What's so funny?
Don't you understand? The solution to the riddle. Sadia's words outside the burial chamber. It was so obvious all along.
Она не принцесса. Ну, мне кажется, я понял.
Oh.
We were fooling ourselves. Now, go into the burial chamber and tell it to the djinn. Then everything will be all right again.
То есть она не принцесса. И она загадку не разгадывала.
The transformation really...
Go to the djinn of time. Then everything will be all right.
Давай. Я вроде понял немного. То, что она не принцесса, и она все придумала. Да?
Ryder, or whoever you are, come out.
Why do you obstruct her wish? She's unhappy. She wishes to be back in a time where everything was still good. You, of all people, should understand that. But it no longer matters what you think. The ritual is almost complete. A new ancient kingdom will grow from the oak wood.
Not if I can prove that Bryder was wrong. And she was indeed wrong.
Satya went into the garden, she took the mask, and she spoke the incantation. So did it happen, and so shall it remain.
It will. Listen, let me start at the beginning. Sadhya entered the garden, she sat down and pulled out the mask.
И достала маску. Но она...
She looked into the mask.
И не могла прочитать, потому что она не могла это прочитать. Да? Или... И отчаялась, произнесла твое имя, прочитала заклинание. Мне кажется, она не могла прочитать, потому что она просто не умела читать. Разве нет?
And despaired in herself and her inability.
Why should she despair? She had my promise of blessed oblivion. All she had to do was read the incantation.
No.
Она не умела читать. Да. Она же не была принцессой.
I'm sorry, Brida, but Sadhya wasn't as brilliant as you think. She felt persecuted and restless. She wanted to forget her own past and become someone else. She wasn't a princess, just a poor girl from the streets. And as such, she couldn't even read.
No.
Forgive me, Brida.
That's that then. The riddle is finally solved. Why such a long face, Keron?
Yes, my friend? What plagues you so?
Nothing. Why are you so happy anyway? Sadhya's fate proved to be false. You don't know any more now than you did before.
Very true. Very true. But perhaps not.
Oh, forget it. I'm sick of riddles.
Yes. Leave the dear boy in peace, Aleph. Fulfill his wish, and let's move on.
Yes, travelling is nice. I want to go to the sea.
Wait just a moment.
It's up to you, my friend. Do you want me to change her back? But I can only restore her body, not her memories.
Конечно, превратить ее обратно. Не трогай, превратить.
I fought so hard for it. I want everything to be the way it was.
So be it. It is done.
Nuri? Nuri, can you hear me?
Hmm? What's going on? Who are you?
My name is Geron. How do you feel?
Strange. I'm cold. What happened?
Come to the fire and rest. Then I'll tell you everything. Who you are, where you come from, and what wonderful adventures the two of us have had.
Adventures?
It all began last autumn. Crows had attacked the royal palace, and King Everden asked me to come up with a way to stop the plague. My search led me to a strange cave near a waterfall.
And thus ends the tale. Did you know that it would come to this? Oh, how can I know what you planned, and what was mere fortune? Until today, I would have sworn that the mask destroyed you. But that can't be. We know that now. Now, just so I don't make a mistake, there are only two possibilities as to what could have happened to you back then. The first, the more likely, has now proven to be false, which leaves only the second. I mustn't make a mistake. Here we go. When Sadia entered the garden, she had the mask with her, but no ruby. Yet, when the mask was found, there was a ruby beside it. Now, it may be that it was Sadia's ruby that was thrown into the garden earlier by the prince. But what if it was another? Oh dear. Oh dear. There's no going back now. Satinav! I say that there was not one, but 2 rubies. The real one was lost. The fake was taken from the garden by the mages and is now here in my hand. Sadia couldn't read, but with my mask she could do magic. She could turn plants to stone. She could turn people to stone. What is a ruby, if not just another stone? There. And now to you, my dear. You descended into the deepest tombs, and you climbed the highest mountains. You danced with wind spirits and wrestled with demons. Abandoned by the gods, forgotten by time. Shahrazad, your time has finally come.
Эх, да, неплохо. Я аж чуть не расплакался. Получается, да, когда она спустилась, значит, в этот сад, у нее не было рубина, и она не могла прочитать заклинание. Но она просто превратила себя в камень и стала этим рубином. И получается, этот рубин, это и была она. Вот почему она пропала. Она и была все это время этим рубином. Да, неплохо. Неплохо. Мне понравилось. Мне очень понравилось. Но это вроде все. Продолжений больше нету. А так... Чё, куда ты? Неплохой квест. История очень хорошая здесь. Кому тоже понравилось, конечно же, пишите, ставьте лайки. А дальше не знаю, какой-нибудь еще квест, может, поиграем. Ух. Спасибо за просмотр. И до встречи в других игрушках. Удачи.